The shift to the 8-4-4 system, 1985. In 1985, Kenya transitioned to the 8-4-4 system, which aimed to make education more practical and skills-oriented. It introduced vocational and technical subjects at primary and secondary levels to equip learners with employable skills. The intention was progressive. Promote self-reliance, encourage entrepreneurship, reduce unemployment, strengthen technical capacity. However, over time, the 8-4-4 system became increasingly examination-centered. Despite including practical subjects, teaching often focused on preparing learners for national exams rather than developing deep competence. Teachers and learners found themselves under immense pressure to cover vast syllabi. Success became defined primarily by grades, not by the learner's ability to apply knowledge in real life. This growing gap between schooling and practical skills sparked national concern. Growing concerns about relevance and quality. By the early 2000s, several critical questions emerged. Were learners leaving school with relevant skills for the modern workplace? Were employers satisfied with graduates' competencies? Was the education system nurturing creativity, critical thinking, and innovation? Or were learners being prepared for a rapidly digital and globalized world? Reports indicated that many graduates struggled with problem-solving, communication skills, and practical application of knowledge. The world of work was changing, but classroom practices remained largely content-heavy and exam-focused. This mismatch between education outcomes and societal needs triggered national reflection. Vision 2030 and the need for reform. Kenya's Vision 2030, launched in 2008, aimed to transform Kenya into a middle-income, industrialized nation. Education was identified as a key driver of economic growth. For Vision 2030 to succeed, Kenya needed skilled innovators, critical thinkers. The role of research and task forces. Between 2009 and 2016, multiple education task forces and policy reviews were conducted. One major milestone was the Task Force on Realignment of the Education Sector to the Constitution of Kenya 2010. The 2010 Constitution emphasized equity and inclusion, devolution, national values, social justice, economic development. Education reform needed to reflect these principles. Research revealed that leading education systems globally were shifting toward competency-based approaches. Countries were prioritizing 21st century skills such as collaboration, creativity, communication, digital literacy as citizenship. Kenya began exploring how to adapt such models to its unique context. Birth of the Competency-Based Curriculum, CBC. In 2017, Kenya officially rolled out the Competency-Based Curriculum, CBC, developed by the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, KICD. The CBC marked a fundamental shift from content-heavy, exam-driven learning to competency-focused, learner-centered education. Under CBC. The structure transitioned from 8-4-4 to 2-6-3-3-3, comprising 2 years pre-primary, 6 years primary, 3 years junior secondary, 3 years senior secondary, 3 years university. The emphasis shifted from grades to mastery of competencies. Core competencies in Kenya's CBE framework. Kenya's CBC framework identifies 7 core competencies. 1. Communication and collaboration. 2. Critical thinking and problem-solving. 3. Creativity and imagination. 4. Citizenship. 5. Digital literacy. 6. Learning to learn. 7. Self-efficacy. These competencies reflect both national aspirations and global trends. They are designed to prepare learners not just for exams, but for life, work, and responsible citizenship. Assessment reform. A major turning point. One of the most transformative aspects of CBE in Kenya is assessment reform. Previously, education success depended heavily on high-stakes national examinations such as KCPE and KCSE. Under CBE, continuous assessment plays a central role. Learners are evaluated through projects, portfolios, observations, and performance tasks. Assessment is designed to support learning, not just rank students. The Kenya National Examinations Council, KNEC, has progressively adapted assessment systems to align with competency-based standards. This shift reflects a broader understanding that learning is a process, not a one-time event. Teacher professional development and capacity building. The transition to CBE required substantial teacher retraining. Teachers across Kenya have participated in CBC orientation workshops, competency-based assessment training, curriculum design seminars, digital literacy programs, the reform recognizes that teachers are central to successful implementation. Without teacher empowerment, no curriculum reform can succeed. The journey has not been without challenges. Resource constraints, infrastructure gaps, and public debate have shaped the evolution of CBE. Yet these discussions are part of a healthy transformation process.